Sometimes, RJ, sometimes go things go your way, even though you know you're wrong. You can pull strings, or strings get pulled. Some people get a care package, maybe, who knows? And they don't talk to the police anymore. That's the latest, at least that's the latest story that, well, not saying that there was a care package. I don't know about anything, but the three felony charges against Jackson Mahomes were dropped after the police was not able to, let's call it, get a clear statement from the female that was involved.
Well, then if the female that was involved, that's the female was, if I'm not mistaken, the restaurant owner, right? Who got, I mean, that video was crazy. If you guys didn't see it, we talked about it in a previous
Yeah, a long
episode of
time
us.
ago, actually.
Yeah, a long time ago. Basically, you could
Over
see,
back then in the Double Thought show.
yeah. We talked about it on the Double Touch show. Speaking of which, um, the Double Touch show, guys, is our other channel, so go check that out. But yeah, it's crazy. You could see Mahomes basically, yeah, basically pulling the waitress neck back, and then forcing to kiss her, forcing her lips on her. To be honest, I was shocked because I didn't think that he was into women, but that's just basically, that's only based on his TikTok dances. Uh, in any case, the charges.
Charges dropped because the victim refused to testify in court while claiming her encounter with Mahomes was consensual and she was not truthful with the police.
Yeah.
That's what the article says. If you want to find the article, it's Yahoo Sports. Judge dismisses felony SB charges against Jackson Mahomes. So I'm not gonna say there was a package.
No.
We cannot prove it, but this
It
seems
is what
like
it is.
it is what it is. This seems a little bit like we talked about Giddy as well. Mhm.
Yeah, but he's still facing the misdemeanor battery charge. So,
Yeah, so they didn't drop everything, but I
yeah.
mean the most important part disappeared like snow under the sun.
Yes. Hey, let's start the show. Yes. Welcome, guys, to another edition of Expected Game Plan. I'm RJ here with KR.
Yes, sir.
As you guys know, here we talk about trending sports topic, not always analyzing sports games, but more what happens off the field, trending topics mostly, not always. But in today's show, at least, we're going to talk about a couple of very interesting topics. We're going to talk about Tyreek Hill. We had a story about him and his three, three latest baby mamas. It's been reported a couple of days ago that his house caught fire. That was very expected. So there's a very expecting.
What?
There's a very yeah, and it was caused by a very unexpected person. Aaron Rodgers is being sued, or allegedly being sued, by Jimmy Kimmel for talking crazy. We're going to talk about an interesting story about a NFL franchise owner being fined 300K. And last but not least, we're going to talk about the newest upcoming high school recruit with the craziest naysayer name in college. Remember, guys, before we proceed, to subscribe if you haven't done so already, rate the show by pressing the like button, share the video with your friends, your family, and enemies, and don't forget to comment. Let us know what you think, whether you agree or disagree with what we say. This is an open platform, so we welcome all opinions and thoughts. Almost all. With that being said,
Let's do this. Yes, yes. One could say that Tariq's house was already on fire, but okay. Apparently, the on Wednesday, a fire broke out at his Miami home. It's a $7.5 million home. No, seven million, and it was a massive blaze out. I mean, that's what the articles are saying. I wasn't there personally, but there was a lot of fire. The fire department in Miami basically rolled out to turn off or at least put out the fire. And a spokesperson from the fire department basically said that it is believed that a youngster inside of the bedroom set the house on fire. It's unclear if the child is related to Mr. Hill or how exactly the kid was able to ignite the flames, though, according to the rep, because officials formally identified it all as accidental, no further investigations are taking place. It seems like a very interesting story because I think, like Archie already said, we were covering his off-field shenanigans. It wasn't going well. It seems like it wasn't going the right way with regards to how he was trying to run away from his baby mama and at least trying to pay the minimum amount. And they are suing him for that. Talked about it last year. And voila, the first thing that happens this year is the house is on fire. $7 million house, which is, I think, a substantial amount of his income. So the question is, RJ, what do you think about this situation?
yeah, it's an unfortunate situation for sure for Tyreek. I don't know what happened exactly, so the details are still not entirely clear. But I think someone's house burning, that should be your place of peace. And I would think that someone like Tyreek Hill, who I mean is a master in what he does. He's very skillful, very fast on the field. Any team would be lucky to have him. At this point, he's playing with the Dolphins. But I mean, you work hard to get money to build a life that you would want, and I'm pretty sure this home was in every so was built in the way he wanted it, so where he can enjoy it to the most, enjoy it to the max. So to hear like to hear that it burned, or at least it suffered.
Partially.
Yeah, just to hear that it suffered negative effects of a fire. Yeah, you don't want to hear that. I'm grateful because from what I understand, no one got hurt.
Yeah.
That to me is it's a good news. So I'm very grateful for that. I mean, you can repair, you can rebuild, but you can. I mean, technically speaking, you can revive, but not that type of damage. So I'm very happy that everyone's okay. But yeah, it is an unfortunate situation.
Yeah, and the thing is this, right? It's very unfortunate. The guy is playing the best season of his life, and it seems to, I'm not say unravel, but it's not going the right way on his personal life. The last at least 2 3 weeks
Yeah,
with this, and also the reveal of his two baby mamas.
yeah,
Um, it is. Luckily, there was no one hurt. Let's hope that he can cover this. Of course, revamping the part that was burnt off. I think it's a wing that was burned down, or at least partially damaged by fire. At the end of the day, it seems like I don't know if the Dolphins will make it in the playoffs, but we'll see real quick. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, what I'll say is this: if he hasn't crossed 2,000 yet, he has the motivation to do so now.
I'll end this on this note. I'll end this story on this note. Hey, let's continue with the next story, which is, hey, that's a great ending, dude. That was a great final. I cannot surpass that one. Aaron Rodgers about to be sued by Jimmy Kimmel. Aaron has been talking quite greasy for a long time when he shows up on Pat McAfee. I mean, it's a great platform. We talked about this. We're gonna talk about this actually, real short. On when are we going to talk about this? Actually, I can't recall. But all I'll say is he's been a frequent guest at the Pat McAfee show, and what happened was he during that interview that happened last week, he basically said that Jimmy Kimmel, um, I'll try to say it as PC possible, that Jimmy Kimmel would have been one of the people that are part of the, let's say, the infamous list of a certain person that was has had an island and had an own aircraft, and there was moving people from the mainland of the U.S. to a little island where he was doing things that got him um, deleted. Um, we know who this guy is. If you don't know the list, just Google Jeffrey's list.
You
But
can Google Jeffrey or Clinton or
God,
Trump
I'm not trying to
or
follow. I'm not trying to follow him into
Stephen
the.
Hawking. Steve,
Hey yo, it's crazy. That list is crazy. If you think about it, Stephen Hawking can barely move. But anyway, well, he cannot move anymore now, right? Uh,
hey, let's stop. Let's stop because the jokes that are coming. Let's move on, man. That's
oh man. Anyway, yeah. So basically, Aaron said during the interview that Jimmy Kimmel might be part of that list, and yeah, basically, Jimmy Kimmel clapped back. He said the following, dear a-hole, for the record, I've not met, flown with, visited, or had any contact whatsoever with the Steen guy. Nor will you find my name on any list other than the clearly phony nonsense that soft brained wackos like yourself can't seem to distinguish from reality. Your reckless words put my family in danger. Keep
oh
it
wait, danger. That's a big name. That's a big word. Anyway, proceed.
Keep it up, and we will debate the facts further in court.
That's more of a threat, right?
Yeah, about to be sued. So is he about to be sued? That's why the question mark behind it.
I don't think so. If I think what he's saying is Aaron Rodgers, stop talking, or else uh we'll need to, because he's saying keep it up and we'll need to debate this in court.
Yeah.
So in a sense, if you stop, if you don't say anything else, then you're safe. There's no court case.
Yeah.
That's how I interpret it.
Or is this a challenge?
No, it's not.
Is this a challenge? Hey, man. Well, we'll have to see how this goes, man. I think the if you listen to the what he says, it's kind of Pat McAfee usually is a bit of a joking kind of thing. I think after he said it, let's take a look at what really was said. Fair use. Let me go here. Fair use. I'm gonna share my screen, and this is. Can you hear it?
There's somebody back
Seats
there.
on it.
Yep.
Okay, let's take it. Let's go back.
Bring it up.
Fair
Bring it up,
use.
Foxy, or somebody back
Seats
there.
on it.
Yep, Super Bowl 58,
You'll see it.
the emblem, put on the screen. And then bring up 57 and 56.
This has something to do with the Epstein list that came out.
Feels like. Feels
That's
like.
supposed to be coming out soon. That's supposed to be coming out soon.
Look, this guy's been
There's a
waiting in
lot
his
of
wine
people-
cellar.
Yeah.
I've been waiting in my wine cellar for this
He's
thing.
hiding.
A lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, are really hoping that doesn't.
All right. All right. Obviously, a clip from this particular program was run on Jimmy Kimmel's show whenever Aaron brought up the list, and then Jimmy mocked him for it. Aaron has not forgotten about that, but here we are sitting right in front of that nice bottle of scotch. What do you say? I'm waiting to celebrate something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's been waiting
That's
for
the one.
You've been waiting for
Hey, I'll tell you what, if that list comes out, I definitely will be popping some sort of bottle.
Hey, I've been calling for it for a few years now. Anyone else notice this? Oh.
My God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They've known.
The
They've known for years.
Like I'm saying, that 59 better be jet green. That's all I'm saying.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, unless it's Colts blue. Remember, we got Anthony Richardson coming.
Could
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, man. It seems like more like a joke. Maybe he can use the same defense as Pat did during his. Are you on mute?
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, he can't because he didn't say allegedly. That's the first thing. Second thing, he it's out of nowhere. Pat McAfee reacted to a story.
Mm.
Pat McAfee reacted to a court case
Mm.
in Mississippi. So he's just saying something. He's just basically out of
Trying to be
nowhere.
funny. Trying to be funny. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but that's a kind of funny that might get you in legal troubles if you don't watch out. Yeah. So in that sense, I don't think that what Aaron Rodgers said is the same at all. The list came out, and I didn't see Jimmy Kimmel. Now that's a list. Is that the whole list? That's not clear to me because at some point people were talking about there are two lists.
Yeah, they were releasing this stuff in parts, so I'm not sure if the full list has been leaked or released yet. But to be fair, I'll be honest. It seems like more like a joke from Aaron's side because of the mocking Jimmy did of him talking about a list, or I think to be honest, there's been a lot of mocking of Aaron with regards to his stand on COVID and also the other stuff relating to lists like this. Um, so I think this is his way to clap back, not the best way possible. I mean, you can. It's a very thin line. He's on a thin ice right now, and yeah, I think he'll be advised by his lawyers because I mean, people on his level always have lawyers sitting around. Even I have a lawyer sitting around, but I'm not saying I'm in on his level. Let me go back. Let me show you guys a thing or two.
Nor
It's
his
said
retainer.
Coopers balling from my mama's basement. Let's continue.
Hey, you're not on his level, nor his retainer.
Not that, yeah, that's also true. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. I think I think that he'll shut up after this one, and that would be
Yeah.
great. That would be crazy if his name is on that list, but I don't think it is.
If whose name?
I'm not gonna say any names who's on that
Aaron.
list.
Aaron, you mean, or
someone who might be suing someone else. So I'm not gonna say the name.
Yeah. So you're saying you
I don't wanna
think
use my retainer yet.
so you're saying you think that I'm just kidding.
Don't put no words in my mouth, man. Are you crazy? I'm not saying anything. I'm
Uh,
not saying anything. I said what I said.
yeah,
I didn't
but
say anything.
there were a lot of names on it, DiCaprio, Blanchett, but at the end of the day, it didn't seem like people were really furious about it. Let me put it like that.
Let's put it this way. The timing is this is not the show for this, but let's put it you since you mentioned it, I think the timing was well, pretty good. I think the hype around the guy basically wane off as soon as he was out.
That's true. So there's nothing else that, yeah, yeah, maybe. And you have Christmas and New Year, so it's like festivities. It's not like
It's perfect, right?
a
Perfect
perfect time.
release time. I
Yeah,
don't not gonna say it's perfect for who's perfect, but
yeah.
hey man, what's also perfect is or not so perfect is the owner of the Panthers getting fined. Did you see what he did a couple
I
of weeks
didn't.
ago?
I didn't.
So let me show the craziness because there is no audio, but I'm gonna say here again, fair use. So well, we know all season the Panthers have been a disaster. They drafted the lesser of the two quarterbacks, even though they had the best one or the better one in their, let's say, initially in their favorite group, but they decided to draft someone else, and it's not going good. They've been losing the whole season, and they traded also their. The crazy part is they traded their pick for next season. So they are in not so good position for the next year, and that's a bit. Let's put it this way: the owner is not happy about this situation. Actually, he's hating it because he wants to turn it around, but it's not going his way. During the game against the Jaguars, the man decided to give him or a fan the commander's treatment. And if you're wondering, what is the commander's treatment? That is when something is pouring down on you. In this case, it wasn't what happened at the commanders, which was
Allegedly. Allegedly.
no. It wasn't allegedly. We saw the video.
But was it confirmed? The article said it seemed to be sewage water.
Okay, allegedly there was sewage water. It was water. Let's put it this way.
Brown water.
It
I
was
see.
colored water. It was probably iced tea.
Melanated water.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't Kool-Aid
Okay.
or any other kind of drink. But let's call it this way: it was colored water. It could have been something else. But in this case, the owner of the Panthers decided to share his drink with someone who didn't have a cup. So this is what happened. Fair use. There is no audio. As you can see here, someone is recording the you see him throw the drink
Where is he? Where is the
on
owner?
the right side. On the right side. You just pick it up. You see, if you go back, he's throwing it
Oh
here.
yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
He
yeah,
already
yeah.
threw it forward, and then he threw the his cup down. So he's basically threw. You see that? He's
Yeah.
very frustrated.
Uh, uh, uh,
Um, and yeah, I mean, dude, you cannot do that, man. This is classless. As an owner, this was classic. So classless. So I was wondering, it happened, I think a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and I was wondering what the next move of the NFL would be, because you wouldn't want this to set a trend on the owners trying to
No,
disrespect fans, because at the end of the day the fans are the ones who are paying the tickets, buying t-shirts, buying every merch.
yeah. Well, I think 300K is a heavy fine, hefty number, hefty amount. But at the same time, you're the owner of the NFL, and you should be able to expect more, a better better conduct from the franchise owner. As a
Yep.
franchise owner, you're the head of the franchise, not necessarily in the sense of management, but it is you're representing the
Yeah.
team.
You're the face of the
You're the
franchise.
face. If you look at I believe Kraft, Robert Kraft,
Robert Kraft.
always classy.
Classy. Oh, yes. Well, unless he's in a
Going to the massage places, he but let's say
he's
at
an old
games,
man. He has his needs as well, right?
was he the one? Was it Kraft or Jones, Jerry Jones, who was at a gathering of? There was one of them. They released pictures of like a long time ago when he was a teenager, when where he was at a quote unquote gathering
Oh, with
of.
the black yeah, that's Jerry. Just Jerry. That's Jerry.
But I mean Jerry Jones as well. I mean these are all
Yeah,
these are
he
all
was pretty
the
young back then though.
but they were the faces of they are the faces of their respective franchises,
Yep.
and it says something. I mean, they're not the players, they're not the coaches, but players can come and go, coaches can come and go, but the owners stay. And if as an owner you conduct you do something like that, it trickles down to the whole organization.
Mhm.
If it was a coach who did it, or if it was a player who did it, I mean, a coach can get fired or fined, uh, but the decision would come from top down. But if you're already at the top, you're gonna get you're gonna feel the consequences, not from the coaches and managers, but from the NFL directly. So I think it's a lot of money, but I think it warrants the situation warrants it. No matter what someone says, you shouldn't do that, especially if you're an owner.
Especially when you're an owner, indeed. And at the end of the day, when it happened, I asked myself, like, is this something you can sue for? I don't know. Maybe they will give these fans some free merch. You get a season ticket, some a little bit, because I don't. Would you say, RJ, would this be a base to sue someone?
Yeah, you can sue someone, of course. It's you're bringing harm to him, right? That you're throwing something at him, assuming that it hit as well by the reaction.
They wanted to jump into the box.
It was like
Yo.
it was they were trying. It seemed as though they were trying to reenact the suspect, the fugitive who jumped over the bench, clear the bench to attack the judge. So
Oh man.
it's very. I think that so they can,
Mm.
but I think the Panthers are smart as well. The owner as well. They're just gonna sell it, as you said, pay something, maybe season tickets, maybe whatever the case may be, and
Give
let
me
it
15K for the disrespect out of principle.
15K, for example. I don't know.
30,
Did you say 30?
30, 40.
I would just want like seats. I don't want you. So if I'm like a hardcore fan, just give
But
me
it's the fans of the Jaguars which he threw the drinks on.
yeah.
It's the opposing team.
Yeah, I understand it, but you need to then you pay the seats of the
Oh, you pay the seats for next
yeah,
season. You just ring them up, the
yeah.
other owner, I don't
Yeah.
know who's the owner. Oh yeah, it's Khan. Oh, they're not gonna give him free seats. They got scammed out of 22 million.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's see. I mean, at the end of the day, I do agree with you on that. It's very shameful that a owner has to act like this. I mean, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. And 300,000. What's 300,000 to someone who owns a franchise and is a billionaire? That's like $30 for us.
Pocket
I
change.
think.
Yeah.
Pocket change. Hey man, one of the most interesting stories right now, which is getting some traction, is Lank, which is, according to some, let a naysayer know. Let a naysayer know. But there are new naysayers every year that come to through high school to play football on a college level. One of the new guys, because every year there are remarkable names. One of the new guys is going to be a fantastic name for the announcer. How are you going to say this one? Knigga.
Knigga.
And you're asking yourself, hey, KR, you're making a joke. This is not true. There is no guy who's called Knigga. There is no guy that is called a Knigga. Let me tell you this.
Is it like?
You are totally wrong. You are totally wrong. This is Noah Knigga. Let me zoom in a little bit. He is visiting West Virginia on the 14th of January. Excited for the great opportunity. Noah Knigga. Is it a silent K? Is it the silent K or not? This is going to be the most. I don't think they will name him during the game. They will say whatever number he has, number 14. Number 14. How can you actually pronounce his name without?
And on the other hand, there will be broadcasters. They'll be like, let me do that game. Let me broadcast that game, please. I need this.
I've been waiting for this my whole life. I've been waiting for this my whole life.
Noah Knigga.
It's going to be a full black commentator box.
Needs to be. Needs to be, man. Needs to be.
Man.
I mean, this is a trap, man. This isn't trapping. Like,
he's a linebacker. Apparently, he's 6'2", 208 pounds. He's a junior. Let me show you the face. And he's not even. This is him. So it's not even disrespectful to call him Silent K. Or is that the new name? Silent K.
Yeah.
Nigga. Hey, it's gonna be very interesting because I mean, throughout the years we've had a couple of interesting names, right? You had,
you know. Before you proceed, KaiR, who would love to broadcast that game?
Who?
Donald Sterling. He would love him.
Is he still alive? Is Donald still alive? Well,
If
we
not,
know what kind of things.
If not, that would mean that Magic Johnson outlasted him.
If those who don't know, that was there are sometimes in the world when you're alive through some periods, you ask yourself, what the heck is this? And there was a moment in time where I was like, dude, what the heck? For those who are asking, who don't know about this story, this guy went on CNN and asked himself, what did Magic do other than catch This is crazy, bro. Dude. That was a crazy story, and that happened during the time where basically his side check. That's what that was, by the way, one of the first big stories that side chicks were basically spilling all the beans,
Yeah.
and the side chicks decided to spill it all just because she thought he was um let's the R word, not the R word of grape, but acist, the acist word. Um, hey, one
Racist.
thing came to another. Came to another. He went on CNN to explain himself, and then he went south and started saying, "Magic. What has he done for his people? Nothing other than." That
Catching
was crazy. That was crazy. He was the owner. Which team was the owner of?
Clippers.
The Clippers, indeed. And then he had to sell his franchise. I mean, he was old, so that tells you a lot about the LA life, where a pretty young woman was on the peen of a man that's almost 80,
Yeah.
being a sugar baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He gave her a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Bet.
some people
Bet.
love
Yeah.
wrinkles
Oh,
in
come
their
on.
mouth.
Come on. That's it there. Yeah. But and now I regret making the Sterling joke.
Hey,
If I
I'll walk through it with
if I had known that we would end here, I wouldn't have done it. That's for sure.
let's get back to the nigga story. Uh, oh man, nigga is gonna be a
Connect. How do you pronounce your How do you pronounce your name?
yeah,
Oh man.
just like you have all these I mean these days you have a lot of guys with African names
You know
where
what? You know
where
what I think he is, man. You know what I think I think what he is. To be honest, I think
oh,
Cat Williams would agree, man. He's a plant. He's a- hey,
Miss
this. You remember in the well, it won't drop yet. But in the remember that in the show that's gonna drop on Thursday. No, was it? Oh no, the show that dropped already. You or that will drop on the Double Touch show today. Actually, remember you asked the question whether it was monumental or
or
classic.
or
So
instant classic.
I think this is gonna be monumental,
It's
guys.
gonna
For
be
those, check out episode 119 of Double Touch Show. That's on another channel to get that joke, man. But I think this name is gonna be monumental, man. This
this
is
is this is definitely one that's going for the books because I'm curious how this is gonna work out when
yeah,
they're gonna say his name. Or they gonna just I think they're gonna just call him Noah.
probably.
Even though the last name is pretty tempting. Uh to, for some. Yeah. I think someone is trying to warn me to not continue with those jokes, and that's some people call them in three letters. He's trying to get me out of here.
Yeah,
Let's talk about other instant classics because I think it's always interesting. There's always every year there are new recruits with interesting names. In the past, last year actually, the last season, you had Major Burns at LSU. You had Tiger Shanks at UNLV. And tell me whether it's a classic or not. You had Mobility. Bruh. Some people are just playing games with their kids' names. And this is definitely one of those.
yeah.
Yo, how do you call your kid Fish McWilliams? Do you remember the fish bit of KaiR and the fish? This is Fish McWilliams. Defiance Colleges. The realist Clark. I remember the realist. He was he got a good NIL deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a good NIL deal. Tulane's Fat Watts. Fat Watts. Also, Rowdy Beers. I mean, Rowdy Beers. All these names are basically you can build a pretty good NIL brand. I don't know. Some people shouldn't name their kids, man. They call this guy Kool-Aid.
With a K.
Bruh, I can't. They call him Kool-Aid McKinnister. Sorry. He played at Alabama. He played, I'm not sure if he's still. He's pretty good because he's at Alabama.
Still.
Kool-Aid, man. That was last year. So I don't know if he transferred or not, but you had Ohio. Ohio had Parker Titsworth. And the number one, I mean, this is also monumental. How do you call your kids General and his last name is Booty? General Booty. Oh my God. At your service. That's how the girl has to come into the dorm. At your service, General. Here's the booty. Hey man, now we have Noah the nigga. Hey man,
I would assume that even if it was originally spelled with a silent K or pronounced with a silent K, it's not anymore. So it's gonna be Knigga.
Knigga. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is.
Knigga, please. Oh man, it is what it is.
Leg. Let a Knigga know. It's not Lank anymore, but I guess it's a silent K. So let a Knigga know.
Or no, in this case, that's different. It's like the other way around. So Lank is let a Naysayer say no. Knigga, no. Now Lank is gonna mean let her know, Knigga.
Let them know, nigga. Hey man, hey
not
man.
a joke. That's
This is despicable. Hey guys,
I think
hey, let's hey, that's why I wanted to close out with this show, man. That's one of this topic because this is crazy. If you think about this,
when I was talking about off air, when off air I was talking about pivoting, I didn't mean like this.
hey, maybe we need to do an interview with nigga.
Oh man. What are your thoughts, Knigga? Oh, man. Hey, let's stop. Guys,
Hey,
thanks for tuning in to this show. Whatever your thoughts are, let us know in the comment section. Rate the show by pressing the like button, share the video with your friends, your family, and your enemies. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't done so already. That way you stay up to date when we drop new videos. It's been a pleasure to serve you once more, and we'll see each other in the next one. Till next time.
peace. Shout
We
out to
are.
General.
I'm not gonna pause that right now.
Hey.